Hey everybody, and welcome to Plastic Nostalgic, where all toys are nostalgic. Eventually. Now today, I picked up this little Lego Star Wars Microfighter. This time it's the N-1 Starfighter from the Mandalorian. So with only 88 pieces, this ought to be a pretty quick build. So let's get into this one and get it together. Today we have the Microfighter from Lego Star Wars and the Mandalorian, the N-1 Starfighter. And this one comes with the Mandalorian and a little Grogu right on the back. This one has 88 pieces and it is set number 75363. Here it is on the back, all put together. Has a little shooting mechanism here for those little pieces to be lost. Got a little Grogu there and the Mandalorian. This ought to be a pretty quick build. So let's not waste any time and get this built and added to my Microfighter collection. When I see these little sets like this in the store, it's really hard to pass them up because they're small, but they are nice representations of different things, of different movies and different comic book characters or whatnot. And small sets like these are real quick to build, but offer a level of stress relief like no other toy. Because not only you get to build it like a model, but you can also play with it extensively. As usual, we're going to start with these minifigures. Once I dig out all the pieces. This Mandalorian comes with a serious face. And that's all. That's all you get from him. Okay, don't forget. I always forget those pieces there. There's his laser blaster. There it is. The jetpack. Almost always forget to put those pieces on minifigures when I'm building them. Slide his legs on. Put his blaster right there in his hand. And you can see the Mandalorian's face, but only for a moment, so we won't tell anyone. And Grogu's pretty easy to put together. Little rubberized head, so his pointy parts aren't too sharp. And a very small body. So let's set him aside too and get this N-1 Starfighter built. I really like these, the way these are set up, the instruction booklets. But sometimes the color can get a little confusing at times with the darker pieces and sometimes with the gray pieces as well. But if you look close enough, you can figure it out while Lego does give you a few extra pieces of the smaller pieces. You can usually figure out which piece you need by checking right on the instructions here. Okay, that's that new blaster, ship blaster there. Here it is. There we go. Clip that tiny piece down in there, like so. Add it right to it. It's wild how sometimes Lego gives you those bright colored pieces that you never see again after you build it, because you end up covering it all the way up. There are these wedge pieces. Those tiny things give me some problems sometimes when they're fit into tight spots. But I got it under control. Yeah, that locks those in pretty well. And I like to double check, because even though I follow the instructions carefully, sometimes I try to build it a little fast and I get ahead of myself and I lose track of what pieces were supposed to go on there. Or sometimes I start looking for pieces and I forget what I'm trying to look for. Okay, we need a few pieces here for this section. And one of those. Should be pretty easy to slip together now. Okay, there we go. Starting to come together. Now, I remember from the show that he took an old Naboo Starfighter, brought it to his friend, and she redesigned the ship and made it quite unique. It's a lot shinier than the Naboo Starfighter I remember from the prequel movies. There's some more bright yellow pieces. You can still kind of see that other yellow piece in there. But it might disappear altogether once I get this completely built. We had a few building blocks when I was a kid that resembled Legos, but we didn't have a whole bunch of Legos when I was a kid. Most of my Lego exposure was on the back of comic books where they were advertising Technic-like things like working motors and tractors and cars that were more than just a model, but was kind of along those lines. And now Lego has a lot of different sets that appeal to all kinds of audiences. So it's almost like no matter what you might like or what you get into, there's some Lego set for you. And if not, there's plenty of creator sets where you can build what you want. That's the great thing about Lego. Or one of the great things about Lego. With fewer and fewer pieces left, seems to be flying together. Soon it'll be flying around with the rest of my microfighters. Oh, come back. Almost got away from me. Okay, we need to build 2 of those. You might as well build both of them at the same time, or you're going to be flipping back and forth through these instructions. Okay, we got 2 of these. Almost put it on backwards. Little rubberized tip there. Slips through. And I bet I know where those go. Oh, see there, I forgot a piece. Where did I skip that step? Yeah, right there. A little clear wedge that makes the windshield. Now let's go back to step 37. Get to add these green pieces, these little green pegs into that slot, and put another one into this slot. And there we have the cannons. Okay, let's see. Luckily, they give you extra. I don't make it a habit of shooting these things off. So I'll have to find that one again. They gave you a few extra pieces of that, another air blaster, or a laser blaster. And the last step is adding the Mandalorian and Grogu. Some nice other sets there. We'll put those in our extra box. And there we have it. The Mandalorian and Grogu in the Lego Star Wars Mandalorian N-1 or what do they call it? The N-1 Starfighter Microfighter 75363. Thanks for joining us today on Plastic Nostalgic, where all toys are nostalgic. Eventually. And if you want to see some more unboxing of some soon-to-be nostalgic toys, or even one that's 40 years old, be sure to like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Because as soon as I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to open up this Marvel Superhero Secret Wars action figure of Wolverine. See y'all next time.